Hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening, huh? You guys all doing good? I know we are doing great here on the Lily 2 this evening. I hope you guys are doing equally as well. I really do. God, my hair looks like a disaster, huh? Wow. Anywho, hey Martin, yes, you are #1 this evening, Martin. Congratulations. You're the first comment. Hey Smokin', what's going on, man? Good to see you here. We'll greet everybody as they're rolling in. 13 people. I see 13 people already. Come on, only 2 people have said hello. There's 17 now. Only 2 people have said hello. Come on, folks, don't be bashful. Say hello. Be polite. Introduce yourselves. Let's get to know people. Or not. I know I have a very large silent majority out there, so... Shamey Oakland. There you go, Shamey. How you doing? Hey, Marie. How you doing? Seamus Oakland. There you go. Well, good evening. And how is Miss Marie doing this evening? I thought it was funny, Marie, that this morning's live stream, first I had Kim on, and Kim was saying goodbye, and then all of a sudden Kelly was on. Thought that was funny. Hey, David. How you doing? You're the guy that came from Canada to Florida. I did not come from Canada, but pretty darn close. I came from Sandusky, Ohio, right across Lake Erie from Canada. But yeah, there are other people that came from Canada to Florida. So, hey, Dead Dave. All right, Dead Dave Ghost. What a name! Wow. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, 33 people watching, folks. Don't be embarrassed. Step up, say hello. So, long way. Yeah, it was, Seamus. It was 2,800 miles, actually. Hey, John. All right, going to the BVI. Awesome, John. So you're going to fly into Tortola, or you're flying into Beef Island, or you're going into the USVI and taking the ferry over? How you getting there? Always a wild route for getting to the BVI. Most people fly into St. Thomas and then take the ferry over from Red Hook over and check in that way. But now you can fly straight into Beef Island and land on Beef Island there in Tortola and not have to go through the USVI. It just depends on your route. Either way, it's a beautiful way of getting over there. Flying into Beef Island, you're right there at Trellis Bay. One of the most popular anchorages in the BVI is Trellis Bay. You should go check out the art scene there on Trellis Bay rather. There's what was it, Hagedorn, I think is the name of the guy, Hagedorn, something like that. Pretty cool artist that lives there and has a big display there, a couple cool bars and stuff, but check it out, man. Have fun. BVI, is that in the Caribbean? Yes, British Virgin Islands. I am feeling better. Yes, thank you. Wayne, hey, how you doing? Good evening. Yes, you're flying straight into Tortola. Okay, so you're going to go on to Beef Island then. To fly into Tortola, you go to Beef Island. That's where the airport is. So as you come out the airport, if you just go straight across the parking lot, kind of a little bit to your left, you could just walk right over to Trellis Bay. There's actually a really nice little bed and breakfast there I've stayed at before right there in Trellis Bay. You can literally walk out of the airport and roll your suitcase right over to the little place to stay there. Kind of a cool spot. Kind of a cool spot. I like Trellis Bay. One of my favorite places to anchor. Whenever we would charter, we would run over there. So. Outcast Roosters. Okay. Anyhow, John, you have a lot of fun. Yeah, like Marie's saying, have a lot of fun. BVI is a lot of fun. You're gonna probably, I guess the boat's probably there at Tortola someplace, and so you'll go around from there, and that's awesome. So, no, I'm sure he trades in U.S. dollars. Oh, thanks, Woodbeast. Put up my PayPal. Yeah, guys, seriously, I need to do some serious fundraising here pretty soon. Need to do a lot of fundraising between now and the end of the year. I've got a lot of stuff I need to get taken care of. So, check it out if you would. Hit my PayPal up, that would be awesome. So there's a ferry involved, but I don't have my itinerary with me. Okay. Well, if you're what a lot of people will do is they'll fly into St. Thomas and then take the ferry from the St. Thomas over to Tortola, depending on where your boat's at, however. You know, the British Virgin Islands is a number of different islands, so you may fly into Beef Island and then have to take a ferry over to one of the other islands wherever your boat is. I don't know which island the boat is at. Otherwise, I could give you better direction. But there's ferry services that run between all of the major islands over there. So, could be any one of them, actually. Came in for a moment, but I have to go to sleep. 2 a.m. here. Hey, get some sleep, man. Take care. Thanks for checking in. So, anyhow, we had a good day today here on the Lily 2. Got the dog up early. Went for a nice long walk this morning. It started raining. I had to sit down under a shelter. I did my Good Morning World video from there. Came back down here to the boat. Did a huge amount of dishes and cleaning the kitchen and organizing stuff. I filmed some of the cook, not all of it. I filmed some of the cook, not all of it. I got the prep filmed. So tomorrow I'm actually going to be cooking up the fillets and assembling the sandwich and I'm going to have blackened fish sandwich for dinner tomorrow. So, turned out to be a whole lot more of an ordeal to do that video than what I expected, but that's just because the boat needed to be a really good scrubbing and cleaning before I shoot the video. I had to clean off my counters and make it look nice and stuff. The boat's in Tortola. Okay, good deal, man. I hope it works out for you, man. If you have any questions or whatever, contact me during the day, John. I'll be happy to help out any way I can. Or if you need directions or whatever, you know. I'm not expert at the BVI, but I have been there a half dozen times, so kind of know my way around a little bit. But you'll have a lot of fun. Can I help you? Her chew toy. Rawhide bone. Okay, I'm live streaming here. I don't need the rawhide chew toy in my ear. So, anyhow, what kind of fish are you cooking? I'm cooking up a mangrove snapper. A mangrove snapper. So, I like the morning video. Well, good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, a little bit of Lily time there. She's chewing on her bone now. So anyhow, we walked the dog, came back here, worked on cleaning and spiffing up the boat, making things look good. It was raining this morning, so didn't do much on the way on the outside. It's the reason why I didn't do the grilling aspect of the cooking, because it was raining. But we cleaned up down below quite a bit, and then I had to go over to the office area where they have free Wi-Fi. Take my laptop over. I have a, let me see if I can get it out here. I have an external DVD drive. I've had this for a long time. Actually, it used to go to my old computer. But what I didn't have was the drivers for it, so that my new computer would be able to play videos on here. And yesterday at the fundraiser, for $5, I had bought a basket and it had a whole bunch of DVDs in it. But I couldn't watch any of them because I had no way of playing them. When I was back coming up the ICW, a fella had given me a flat screen TV that had a DVD player built into it. So I plugged that in and powered it up and tried to get it. It didn't work. He gave it to me, but it didn't work. The DVD player wouldn't play. I couldn't get the TV to play. So it's gone to the green boxes. It's now history. But anyhow, I got my external DVD player out and tried to hook up to my laptop. That wouldn't work. So I had to go to the office where they had Wi-Fi and download the drivers for that. I had some real estate work to do anyway, compiling an expired list. Hello, how are you? With the more recent expires that happened. And anyhow, I after farting around with it and farting around with it and farting around with it, I finally got the correct drivers downloaded so that it would play. So now I've got a whole bunch of movies I can watch using my laptop, which is great. I like that. So anyhow, so that's kind of what my day was. I got back here and relaxed a little bit, and I checked it out. I just got done watching a movie. It was I watched a chick flick by myself. I watched this called In Her Shoes. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. I don't know. It was just one of the videos that was in the basket. I watched this chick flick called In Her Shoes. Actually, it was a pretty funny movie with Cameron Diaz and an old folks home in Florida, if you can imagine. So it was pretty funny. But anyhow, that's what we did today, this afternoon. I just got done. In fact, the video, one of the reasons why my live stream started 2 minutes late was because the video was just finished playing and I waited for it to be over before starting this. So now I am done with that. We'll do our live stream, relax this evening, and having my evening beer. And that's it. That's going to be my day. Pretty easy day today. Ran around the dinghy a little bit. Had to put some air in the dinghy. I do have a slow leak. I have a slow leak on the back left chamber of the dinghy. I am sort of interested, you know, the video I did this morning, I was showing some of the dinghies down there on the dinghy dock, and I'm amazed at the state of some of these dinghies, how deflated their pontoons are, their bladders are on their dinghies, and yet they still run their dinghies around. It's just really funny. Like one guy has air in the two back compartments of his dinghy, but the whole bow compartment is completely deflated, and he runs the dinghy around all over the place just like that with no air in it. I guess he can't go forward in his dinghy for fear he would bury the bow and have water coming in. But I guess as long as he sits back at where the motor is and the inflated parts are, he's okay. So somebody's playing with her ball again. Are you having fun with that? Huh? You having fun with that? Goofy dog. Called In Her Pants. New laptop, no, the new laptops, my last laptop didn't either. They don't really put DVD players in a lot of laptops these days. Hey Jared, how you doing? Oh, that's not a boat, it's a ship. Okay. Oh, John Dolan's boat. Yeah, that 2012 Dean 5000, that's a hell of a nice boat. Dylan in a Vegas version In Her Plants. I'm late. Any announcement? Hey Andy, how you doing? No real announcements, Andy. Just the usual stuff. I've been elected mayor of this burg. There you go. Why don't they patch their dinghy? Good question. I don't know. I don't know why they don't patch their dinghy. So I know why I haven't patched my dinghy. I'm trying to find the leak. I don't know where it's a very slow leak. I mean, like I put air in my dinghy in the one, just the one small bladder on the back, the port stern side. I put air in it maybe once a week, and that air will, you know, it'll air up and stay aired up fine for 5-6 days, and then I got to put more air in it. So, not that it goes completely flat, it just gets, you know, soft. So, I like to keep them pretty hard. So. We love Lily Time. There you go. Well, she has fun sitting here trying to disrupt me while I'm doing my live stream. You having fun? You having fun? Yes, you're having fun. Oh man, what a card she is, huh? Why are you being so goofy? Huh? Why are you being so goofy? Oh man, let's see. Don says miserable weather up here in Great Northeast. Most talk is of the other place, sun and oceans. Huh. Well, sorry to hear that, Don. Beautiful day down here in the Florida Keys. Beautiful day today. It rained this morning. Sun came out around noonish, 1 o'clock. Windy, breezy all day today. Probably blowing 15 or so. Pretty consistent 15 all day. In fact, it's blowing pretty good right now. The boat, you can see the curtains behind me. A little bit of animation going on. There's a little bit of movement in the boat this evening. Just a really nice day though. Very pleasant day. I got mail today. I got mail from the state of Florida. You ever see one of them? This has to go on the bow of my boat. Antique vessel. And somebody was saying that they reversed the camera. I'm looking at that and it still looks backwards to me. Does that show backwards to you guys? Because it shows backwards to me on my camera. But anyhow, this is the antique vessel sticker that I have to put on my boat. Because of the age of my boat is considered to be an antique. An antique, as I like to call them. I just thought it was pretty interesting that I have here I'm an old antique fisherman. For those of you guys that didn't see my new hat, genuine antique fisherman. So I'm an antique fisherman living aboard an antique sailboat. Oh, just friggin' old, man. Just friggin' old. So, EVX. Not sure what that means, Todd. How you doing? Are you feeling better? I am feeling much better. Thanks, School of Science. I'm feeling much better today. Yes, thank you. Showing all the sailboats in Boot Key the other night with Christmas lights on. It looked great. Yep, it really did. It was quite a nice parade they had going on. They were actually doing that during the live stream. I probably should not have live streamed that night and did a better job of filming it. I should have gotten my dinghy out and drove over and done a better job of filming it, but I didn't. So, Seamus, are you on the Atlantic or the Gulf Coast? Yes, I'm on both coasts. Really am. I'm in the Florida Keys. So you know, if I go out the anchorage that I'm in right now, and I turn left, I'm in the Atlantic. If I turn right, I'm in the Gulf. In the Florida Keys, we're a very fine line that separates the Atlantic from the Gulf. So yes, I'm on both coasts. I'm on the Atlantic coast and the Gulf Coast all at the same time, because we're in the Florida Keys. In fact, when you look at Florida's fishing regulations, the fishing regulations, the limits as how many fish you're allowed to keep, is different for the Atlantic coast than it is for the Gulf Coast. And so they had to specify here in Monroe County, which is what the Florida Keys is Monroe County. They actually had to specify here that Monroe County is considered the Atlantic coast. Even though we have both coasts here, we have to follow the Atlantic coast regulations, which suits me just fine because the Atlantic coast regulations are a bit more liberal. We're allowed to keep more fish and that kind of stuff. So, pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm on both sides. School of Science says no. Okay, fine. Here, Don says, yep, yeah, everyone's looking up that boat. Yes, will you mind quitting? I'm trying to live stream here. Go away. The air expands in the hot sun in the dinghy, so better not to pump too much air in it. Yep. Actually, Ape, they really recommend that you should keep your dinghy tube inflated, as they call it, drum hard. They said that's the term. They should be drum hard. I must have a dog here or something on my nose. My nose is itching me. Okay. Carl, I've looked into doing your own Carlbrook t-shirts. Lots of YouTubers do it. Actually, School of Science, I don't know if Frank's on here, but there is a link. I think there's a link in the description of this video. If not, on some of my other videos, there's a link to my Teespring store, where we do have t-shirts and coffee mugs and that kind of stuff made up. So you can go check those out. So when is a fishing video? When is a fishing video? I don't know. Is that like who's on first base and what's on second? When is a fishing video? No. I already filmed the fishing video, and I'm filming different parts of it as we go along, and it should be done here in the next few days. Dog, quit. There, now you're done. Boat I looked at, enjoy the process. I hope it becomes yours. You caught your own fish. Yes, I went fishing and caught fish. Don't you need a permanent address in Florida to get a driver's license? I do have a permanent address. I do have a permanent address, Brenda. Yes, I do. And yes, they do require that, and I have that. I have all the... I've got the boat registered, I got my driver's license, got my fishing license, and I do have a permanent address here. There's my PayPal. Thank you, Wood Beast. Appreciate that, buddy. Okay, thanks, sweetie. Okay. Stop. I'm trying to live stream here. You're being a pain in the butt now. A little bit was funny, now it's getting to be a pain in the butt. No, I don't need your ball here. I don't need your ball here. I'm not playing fetch right now. I'm trying to live stream here. No, the people, they can't play with you. They can't throw it back for you. She just threw the ball to you guys to throw it back for her. Now she's trying to put it in my hand. It fell on the floor. Oh, she's incorrigible. Last time I went fishing, the only thing I caught was a cold. Yep, pretty much. 1870. All right, thank you. I appreciate you sneezing all over me. Pull it down. Pull it down. Down. Good girl. Good dog. All right. Shake the ball, she'll like that. Yeah. She does like playing with that ball, so, which is fine. That's fine. Actually, I felt kind of bad when we went for our walk this morning. I forgot her tennis ball this morning, so I wasn't able to throw the tennis ball for her today, but that's all right. Shouldn't get to play with that all the time. Oh, and as I mentioned during the morning live stream, she's really been chowing down a lot lately. She has been eating me out of house and home. Next couple of days I have to pick her up some dog food because she's really been chowing down. I just bought a bag. Seems like it wasn't that long ago. Man, she just like scarfed it right down. So, eating quite a bit. So, which is good. I'm glad that she's got a big appetite. That means she's healthy and happy. So, what kind of boat am I on? I'm on a 1974 Cal 229 sailboat. It's a 1974 boat, and it's a 29-footer. So, I've just fished lakes and ponds in the UK. Smoking. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yep, Cal 229. That's it. Yep, 2-29. Well, 2/ I don't think it matters. But it's a Cal. C-A-L. So, what brand of dog food does she like? Oh, wow. I tend to feed her fairly good quality stuff. I don't like to buy, you know, I don't feed Attaboy or any of that crap stuff. I try to stay away from grains too bad. I like giving her chicken and rice type formulas. Shrimp. I'm sorry, not shrimp. Shrimp. Lamb and rice, chicken and rice. You know, a lot of the heavy protein stuff. You know, but she likes to have a variety of stuff. I don't like to feed her the same thing all the time. I like to mix it up. She likes to, I mean, just like you guys, that you don't want to eat the same thing for dinner every night. So why should she? So this way she gets to try different stuff. So thank you, everybody. If things work out, I'll need to learn to sail. Hey, John, it's going to be a fun adventure for you, ma'am. It'll be a fun adventure for her. Yep, she has a pretty balanced diet. Yes, she does. So. And she also will eat anything I eat. And I mean anything. I mean, she'll eat tomatoes, she'll eat onions, anything that she thinks I'm going to eat for dinner, she'll eat it. I have to be very careful about that. So, start out with a sailing dinghy. Yeah, Ruthless Ronnie. He's starting out with a 50-foot dinghy. Actually, John, what you're going to find with that catamaran is that they motor very well. And, you know, you just start out nice and easy. Just, you know, fire up the engines. It's twin engines. The engines are so far apart, you can actually steer the boat with your throttles and not even touch the steering wheel. Just by speeding one engine up or the other engine, by speeding and slowing the two engines independently, you can use that to turn the boat. You'll literally be able to turn that boat on a dime. You know, one engine forward, one engine reverse, and it's just going to go around in circles. So they're very, very, very easy to stop. They're very, very easy to operate. So I don't think you'll have much of a problem with it. So my dog is 3 years, 2 months actually. Salmon rice is good for them. Mine has allergies, so those work well. Yep. Dog will touch an onion. Yeah, if she thinks I'm going to eat it, she will eat it. So, onions are not poison to dogs. Sorry, not. Maybe a raw onion would be. She doesn't get raw onion, but cooked onion. And that's only because it's usually in something else that I'm making. But yeah, it's not poison to a dog. There'll be a line of crew. Yeah, a lot of people want to help you out, John. Dog food made from bison, but man, is it expensive. Yeah. Some of those foods are very, very expensive, and some of them are really not that good, even for the money. You know, just because the dog food is expensive does not mean it's a good dog food. It doesn't have to be expensive to be a really good dog food. Now, the best dog food we used to get was a special mix that we used to buy up in Alaska for my daughter's sled dogs. It was the equivalent. Cool down, please. Quit. Cool down. That's enough. We used to buy some stuff up there that was like doggy race fuel. Literally, it was like racing fuel for dogs. It was super high protein, high fat. You know, a lot of people will look at the fat to protein ratio. You know, this stuff was like 32-30. You know, it was 32% protein, 30% fat, very little filler, and it was just set up for these sled dogs that burnt so much energy in a given day. It was, you know, you had to feed them food like that to keep any weight on them. So, okay. Yeah, John, if you will have no problem motoring the sailboat, but you know, just like I said, the guy selling you the boat's gonna take you out and literally show you the ropes. If you're uncomfortable, just hire a skipper down there at the BVI for a week and have him teach you to sail the boat. It's pretty intuitive. You'll pick it up very quickly. It really won't be. It's not as big a deal as most everybody makes it out to be. There's so many of these sailing purists that make it seem like it's such a huge, big deal. It really is pretty simple stuff. So, the price is reasonable. Super A sailing Dutchman, hello. Eating your pooch onions can make them seriously ill, whether they are raw, cooked, or in powder form. Okay. Alcohol's bad for me, but I'm still here. Oh, if you need to break. Okay. Yeah. I think John and his wife are going to be off having a wonderful adventure in the BVI on that boat. I really do. I think they're going to find that boat is going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, a lot of fun. And talking about boats, I don't know if you guys heard the video I did this morning. There's a guy here in Marathon selling a 30-foot, I think it was a Catalina. No. Damn, I don't remember. Anyhow, it was a 30-foot sailboat for like $1,500. There was a guy here selling a 30-foot sailboat for like $1,500. It didn't have a working engine in it. But you know, if somebody wanted to tow it over here and put the anchor down, or tow it and put it on a mooring ball, it'd be a cheap thing to live on while you're, you know, getting things organized or finding a job in your area or whatever. So they're giving you a week of training on the boat. That's all you're going to need, John. If you have a week of training on that boat, you're going to be very comfortable with it very quickly. So yeah, all of a sudden, John's got all kinds of friends coming out of the woodwork. John, see that? Yeah. Oh, man. What's a doober-doo? You know, a doobie, a joint, a marijuana cigarette. That's what a doober-doo is. What is your problem? Go lay down. Go lay down. Go on, lay down. Lay down. 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 Maybe she'll settle down a little bit now, so. Do you need license in USA to sail? No, Brenda, you do not. You don't need a license in the United States for anything now. They are starting to have a basic, you know, water. What do they call it? I took a class when I was a kid. Like a water safety course. There's like a basic captain's course, but it's not, you know, like an ASA certified or anything like what they have in the UK. There's no requirements here in the United States for you to have any kind of licensing in order to buy a boat and take it out and go. So, Miss Lily Precious, yes she is. She's a good dog. Photo safety course, yep. Okay, Dibber 420, it's me, not a doobie. Okay. That's what I thought it was. Why are they erased? Tried 3 times. Troll Sniper, sometimes if you use language that's inappropriate, it automatically gets removed. So that's what will happen. If you say something that inappropriate, it'll automatically get removed. So just like Sailing Dutchman there, although he didn't automatically get removed, he just got removed. So troll you. Don Christian Music is now sailing seatless. Okay. Thank you, Colonel B. Yours and other sailing channels giving me inspiration. Well, John, don't blame us. When you're writing that big check, don't blame us. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Because you know, a boat is nothing more than a hole in the water with which to throw money. But you know, you may not be able to buy happiness, but on that boat you can pull right up alongside of it and drop the anchor next to it. So that's the way I like to look at it here anyway. So Clara Bay, hi Dad. Okay, I have no idea who Clara Bay is, so she's obviously talking to somebody else on here and not me. Anywho, kids, so that was what my day was. Tomorrow is going to be finishing the Catch, Clean, and Cook video. We'll get that done and get the editing on it going. On both, but this is my music channel. I see, okay. She must think you're her dad. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Or maybe she's the daughter of somebody else on here she was saying hello to. I don't know. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of confused people in the world. So, here's what it is. So tomorrow we're going to be working on finishing that video. What else are we doing tomorrow? I guess that's it. Oh, real estate work. I have a lot of real estate work to do. Man, did I get some good service this I needed a black print cartridge. I needed a black print cartridge. I was out of ink for my printer so I could do my real estate work. And I got on Amazon and I ordered a original equipment Brother, you know, BK203 black, but the double sized one, the large capacity one. And that was Saturday. I ordered it Saturday. It was here today. Today's Monday, isn't it? Today's Monday? Yeah, today's Monday. Ordered it Saturday. It was delivered on Monday. Man, that's service. That's quick. It said it wasn't supposed to get here till tomorrow. It was already here today. So I was really impressed by how good a job Amazon did getting that to me that quickly. One of the things I did like about Marathon is there was an Office Depot store here, which is great for, you know, getting all your last minute, you know, picking up items that I need for business or what have you. But they closed. They closed and I was sort of bummed about that. And I'm like, great, well now how am I going to get stuff? That was within walking distance, you know. Well, I'm finding Amazon to be the best bet. I can get on and order envelopes. They're here 2 days later. Order a print cartridge, it's here 2 days later. I just got to think ahead, make sure I plan ahead a couple of days before I need something that, you know, don't let myself run out and absolutely have to have it today, because that ain't going to happen down here. But I'm really pleased with Amazon and the kind of service I got from them. So I thought that was pretty cool today. What else is going on? That's about it. Morning Cruisers Net. For those of you guys that don't know, every morning on channel 68 on the old VHF, the community here has a Cruisers Net where they talk about what's going on in the area, who's doing what, and so they had things like well, there's 2 different ladies teaching what's it called when you get on the mat and you stretch out, you do the downward dog and all that stuff. What do they call that? Yoga. Yeah, there's 2 different people giving yoga instructions. There's a group of people that play bocce ball. There's people that play music, that do concerts in local bars and stuff around here that they, you know, or the library you can go to. Just, you know, whatever's going on. Like yesterday we had a fundraiser to raise money for bicycles for the community. And so a lot of people went over to that, including myself. That's where I got my new hat for $1. Everybody was complaining about my old red hat, so now I have a new hat, antique fisherman hat. I took the ball away from her. Oh gosh, she sure is insistent, isn't she? Oh man. What's for dinner? What did I have for dinner? I had some pork fried rice for dinner. I made some pork fried rice. I had a ham that I bought, and I made some pork fried rice with it. You still need a loan? Yeah, no, I don't. I think I'll be fine doing things the way I'm doing it. So, when you getting a drone out, Carl? You know, I actually have been wanting to do that. I have my drone out. I have it all charged and ready to go. I've just been waiting for a break in the wind. We've had nothing but really high winds last few days. So I'm waiting for a break in the wind to fly it and do a drone video. So, message is not bad. Still getting erased. Stick for your dog is all I was trying to say. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, Troll Sniper. I don't know. Slowly photobombing the vid. Yes, pretty much. Back to the bone. You like the hat? Good deal. I need to send you a racing hat. Yeah, send me a racing hat, Andy. That'd be cool. This is my antique fisherman hat. And to be honest with you guys, it's a heavy-duty cotton, kind of a little warm for down here. I mean, it's okay for this area in the wintertime, But in the summertime, this thing's going to be a sweaty son of a gun. Needs something a little bit lighter weight for down here in the summertime. So watch out for an Amazon Prime Day phishing attack emails. Yeah, I've heard about those, Jim. Actually got a warning about that already. So a lot of that phishing stuff going on. I actually just got a warning through our real estate board that there's some phishing stuff going on through the Realtors Association where we're getting these nonsense emails and stuff. So delete, 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 delete. Of course, I'm pretty good at that. A lot of my trolls have found out I'm pretty good at that. So other than that, kids, that's about all there really is going on. Been a pretty quiet day. I am jazzed that I've been able to get this DVD player, so now I can do a little relaxing and watch a movie from time to time, which is, you know, sometimes it's just nice to kick back, relax, and watch a movie, you know. I haven't been able to do that. I don't have TV really on board. I do have a few channels I get to watch through my AT&T subscription, but not very much, and, you know, you can just watch the History Channel and the Hallmark Channel just so many times before you get fed up with that. So, best thing is not to follow email links. Never follow email links. Yep. Pronounced phishing. Okay. Did you refund SV Slipstream? Why would I refund Slipstream? Slipstream never paid anything. So why would he be refunded? Don't understand your question, Rob. Tons of movies on YouTube. Okay, so yeah, I think that Rob Ver guy is just somebody who's trying to create problems. So, Coast of Oak Island. I don't know. I don't watch that Wood Beast. I guess I should, but I've heard about it, and I saw a couple episodes a long time ago, but I've not watched any of that in a very long time. So, as I understand it, they're like trying to excavate an old site, but the ground makes it very difficult for them to do much there, or something along those lines. I think that was the gist of what I heard about the show, but I don't know much about it. So, Seamus, there's free Wi-Fi at the marina office, not out here on the boats. You have to go into the office to use the Wi-Fi, and that's where I spent a good part of this afternoon. I was in there with my laptop downloading some software and doing some real estate work online that I needed to do. And now I'm all set up so that tomorrow I can get really busy printing out a bunch of stuff and going from there. So, yeah, I meet people every day. At this point, I know the people on all of the boats around me, right next to me, and but I've been meeting a lot of others as well. So, Marie, I have no idea. I'm just having nothing to do with Slipstream. I don't know what that was about. I didn't know I was supposed to be refunding him anything, so we'll see. I need to have any license for selling a boat here in the Nordic countries. Okay. Humor. Okay, humor. Yeah, we meet lots of people here all the time. There's a constant flow of new people coming and going. In fact, on our morning net, we call it, the VHF net, where we talk about what's going on, the very first thing we ask is there any newcomers into the harbor? So people can, as the new boats come in, people can introduce themselves and get to know everybody that way. And then we also find out who's leaving and are able to say goodbye to folks and do that kind of stuff. So, Bubba says Marina has nice tables and chairs. Yeah, I don't know how nice they are. Picnic tables and stuff. They're not super comfortable. There is a home theater area that has some more comfortable chairs, but you can't get internet over there. You got to sit at the 4 picnic tables to get power and internet, and I don't find them particularly comfortable, but they're not bad. So Sure beats the alternative. I guess I'll put it that way. So there's no Wi-Fi signals within range of the boats. No, there is none. I would gladly pay a small fee to share some, but there's no Wi-Fi signal out here in the marina. Nothing at all. Just what I get on my cell phone, and that's about it. So, do any of them travel the same routes as you do? Yeah, there's quite a few people. I mean, you know, it's sort of like a normal thing. There's a lot of people that will come down to the Florida Keys and the Bahamas in the winter time. They'll spend the winter here, and then they go back up north for the summers. It's a regular migration, if you will. It's sort of a normal thing. So every year, about this time of year, all the marinas down here in Florida fill up as people are coming down here. They hang out here in Florida and the Bahamas. They tour around. And Lily, go lay down. Go lay down. And then in the summertime, they all go back up north. You know, be out of this area during hurricane season. It's a seasonal migration. It happens every year, over and over and over again. So, typing on phone and message gets erased. Wife said, "See if you can't call me." And also go see the churches, and it'll help you out too. I don't know what an EBT card is, so I don't know what an EBT card is. Trolls are all over apparently. Yes, they are. Are you going to the Caribbean? Yes, Seamus, I will eventually get to the Caribbean, although not right now. Maybe at some time in the near future. So, snowbirds, exactly, 6'7", they're snowbirds. Yep. People that run down here, they spend the summer down here, and you know, there's a lot of boats that do that. I would say 60% of the boats, maybe 70% of the boats here in this harbor right now are boats that came down now and are down here for the winter and then will be leaving. So EBT is the old-fashioned food stamps. Oh, I see. Okay. Anyhow, so that's kind of what we're about and what we're doing. You know, you talk about the EBT. Somebody had mentioned that I should that they have open enrollment to jump in on the Obamacare. And so I went on there today and I filled out all their paperwork and I answered all their questions about my income level and yada, 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 whatever. And the cheapest price they had was $1,300 a month for me to have insurance. $1,300 a month. So that's not happening, kids. I haven't spent $1,300 a month in medical care in my entire life. Not a single month during my entire life have I spent $1,300 in doctor care. And they want me to pay $1,300 a month for the insurance premium on this so-called great deal that this Obamacare is supposed to be. It's not, people. Sorry to hear that, Marie. Virgin Mobile works there. I get 50 gigs before they throttle me. Yep. VA, yep. Yeah, I thought $1,300 a month was ridiculous, you know. And supposedly, you know, I qualify for their deal, but that's not much of a deal. And he says I pay $70 a month for me and 2 kids. Healthcare is out of control. Yeah, that's just insane. That's just insane. Yeah, I thought Obama was supposed to do that, right? That's what Obamacare was all about, affordable health care. Yeah, it wasn't. Complete waste of time. Written by the insurance industry. Yeah, it was written by the insurance industry's bankers is who it was written by. Medicare with a supplement plan. I know you're still almost 5 years away from Medicare. Yep. I'm only 60. So hopefully I don't get deathly ill and die in the next couple of years. But yes, yeah, lucky if you. Well, no, it's not free. School of Science, it's not free in the UK. It's just funded differently. That's all. You know, it's just like the Canadians saying it's free healthcare down. No, it's not. Somebody's still paying the bill. maybe you don't have to pay it directly in that regard, but you pay higher taxes because of it. Somebody's paying the bill. I mean, there's no free lunch anywhere. Somebody has got to be paying for it at one point or another. So, guys, I need a beverage. I'm going to put you over here to the side while I get a beverage. Let me see. No, I'm not going to put you there. Let me spin you around here. Hold on. Oh. Tell you what, guys, the knees are beginning to hurt. I have been jumping up and down a lot lately. Aha. Okay, having a second. Oh crap! I dropped it. Can't drink that one for a while. There we go. There we go. Got another one. There we go. Sorry about that, kids. Just had to spin you around, but I dropped this one getting out of the cooler. I know better than to try to open it up. It's going to spray all over the place. So, there you go. So, pilot, if you heard that. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, food stamps option, nothing is free. All these things are out of control. Well, we pay through taxes, but it works out where you're not getting ripped off. Okay. Air is free, huh? That's your lift, the cooler. Yep, we in the USA do pay more, that's true. Crazy. I know going to high school. Shouldn't cost me a nickel for the hey George Jetson, how you doing, man? A few gummy bears a day will help your joints. Give me a few gummy bears. I don't eat gummy bears, but okay. Think about getting some of that chondroitin stuff maybe to help my knees, but yes, Bubba, losing weight is helping my knees, but it's the exercise in losing the weight that's also causing my knees to be inflamed at the moment. It's a combination of the two. I went for a big long walk this morning, and that's what irritated my knees. So, but you know, it's a necessary evil. You gotta, you know, what's the saying? No pain, no gain. So, the more I exercise now, of course, having a beer isn't exactly a good way to lose weight, but you know, the more I do now, the less I'll have to worry about it later. So better my knees hurt now at 60 than my knees give out completely at 65. So, oh, damn, that's good. Cold beer, man. Going doctor totally controlled me too. Papa Top, my friend. Thank you, Marie. There's pot candy. Okay. I have friends that come across the border because free healthcare is crappy. Yep. If I don't move, you will seize up. Yep, that's right. That's exactly right. More swimming. Bubba, you're absolutely right. More swimming. Yep. I'm sure it's gummy bears. It's the collagen. Yep, I understood that, George. Yep, I understood that. Yep. Yep, I've heard that before actually. That gummy bears, because that's what that is. It's the stuff, the collagen. It's one of the reasons why, you know, as a farmer, I used to like to raise my own chickens and make my own chicken stock, because you know you would cook down a lot of the collagen into the chicken stock, and I would make rice using chicken stock instead of water, and of course you're getting all that collagen coming over from the chicken stock. And, you know, that helps your joints too. But, of course, a lot of people don't cook like that anymore. It's a shame. You know, our grandparents used to cook like that, but, you know, now we're sophisticated. So, yeah, right. That was a classic ah movement. Yeah, it was. What kind of? I like you know, Heineken, Beck's, Stella. You know, those types of beers. So never knew you was a farmer. Yeah. Farmed for, you know, always never like, you know, full-time farmer and that's all I did, driving a tractor planting corn type farmer. But I've always raised my own critters and you know, put in a big garden and that kind of stuff. So I lost 75 pounds this year. I walk at least 2-3 miles every morning at my local Walmart and watch my carbs. My knees bother me some too. Wow. Yeah, I'm not doing 2 or 3 miles every morning, but well, maybe 2 miles. You know, maybe 2 miles. I guess I'm doing about 1.5 miles to 2 miles every morning right now. But I'm building up. So. Oh, Coors Light Silver Bullet is not the best beer in the world, Wood Beast. I'm sorry. So, perhaps bicycle riding. Yeah, Bub, I'm still too heavy for a bicycle. I need to lose some weight before I can get on a bicycle. I'm still too heavy for that. So, maybe at some point, but not right now. Coors is good. I like Budweiser. Oof. Heine and Corona. All right. Well, Corona can be pretty good. My go-to. Okay. Oh, you know, you're just ribbing me. Okay. All right. Yeah, Coors Light. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't drink light beer. The whole concept of light beer just bothers me. So, cutting out the carbs is the way to go. Yeah, carbs for me has always been a problem. But for me, it's really not anything specific diet-wise. It's just moving more and eating less. Just simply eating less and moving more. Although lately, I have to admit, I've been eating a lot lately. I haven't been feeling great, and that was causing me to eat a lot, trying to, you know, make me feel better. And instead, it makes you feel worse. So I'm trying to go the other direction now, and really cutting back on what I'm consuming. Which is why for dinner I just had a little pork fried rice. That's all I had was a little pork fried rice for dinner. So. I lost 65 pounds by losing dairy and not eating after 4 o'clock. Huh. I agree with 1878. Okay. Cutting out carbs. Carl Brooks says, hello, Pops. Yeah, I don't think that's my son, Pilot. I don't think that's my son. Could have been. If that is my son, then message me privately and I'll reinstate you, but I don't think that was my son Carl. Could have been. I need weight, yeah. I wish I had the problem keeping weight on. Everybody in my family's been heavy. Actually, I think it was bad parenting on my parents' fault side. Both of my parents were children of the Depression, and so the pendulum swung the other way, and they made sure they stuffed us kids full of food, and as a result, we all got to be really big, tall, strong people, but we also got to be really heavy people. So all 3 of my sisters are heavy. Okay. Oh. Thank you, Abby. Appreciate you posting that up there. So anyhow, kids, listen, we've pretty much killed off a whole nother hour. I've tried to be good and not talk too much about fundraising tonight. The reality of it is, guys, I'm going to have to start hitting that pretty hard right now. The fact is, I need to raise about $750 between now and the end of the month, which is plenty of time. I mean, you know, we're 3 weeks away from the end of the month, but I've got some real estate bills and some stuff I got to get taken care of. Now, with that said, I plan on doing some stuff to earn that. I've got this video coming out on the Catch, Clean, and Cook. Right after that, they'll be coming out with a video of the a drone flight around the harbor here and looking at some boats. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do for another video after that. Maybe do some fishing, maybe do some underwater stuff. I may do some snorkeling and videotape some of the snorkeling and stuff here in the area. But wrote those mugs and t-shirts. Yeah, they're there. Should be a link in the description at the bottom of this video, or in this video. Should be a link to my Teespring. If there's not, message me and I'll make sure I include that. But I know Frank worked very hard at getting that organized and getting t-shirts and cups and hats and stuff made up. You know, in fact, he's got a Lily coffee cup that he uses every morning. So if you like Miss Lily, you can get on there and order a Lily coffee cup or a Lily t-shirt. There's quite a few of those on there. So anyhow, with that said, kids, we'll have more for you tomorrow. You guys be good and be careful and take good care of one another. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and in the description down below there is a link to my PayPal should you want to contribute to the adventure. We're going to have to do some sort of a fundraiser or something here coming up pretty soon. I know it's Christmas time. I know everyone's going to be broke and are getting hit up with money for all kinds of stuff right now. I'm just hoping that you might be able to save a little back for old Grandpa anyway. So we'll have more for you tomorrow, kids. Be good and be careful. We'll see you then.